Soul-stealing magi.
Flesh-eating creeps.
Yeah, it's just another day at the office for the madhouse. My werewolf partner and I attempt to keep the peace without being torn to pieces. Weep at the wonder
Howl at the horror.
and keep the light on. It's gonna get dark. This is the 100-handed.
Lost souls. Episode 21. Old Fiends. Part 1.
Michael, I don't know what's going on, who's leaning on you, but we can fix this.
No, Evan. No, I don't think that we can fix this. This goes beyond the both of us. By my count, you got 2 bullets left and not a scratch on me. I don't think the odds are in your favor.
He wasn't bluffing. The damage I'd done had already healed itself somehow. Michael's new body was a far cry from the fragile, feeble body that humans are clothed in at birth. We can talk. Jesus Christ, Michael. Let's just talk. Who did this to you?
An angel.
You're not making any sense.
You took down the operation at the plant. Catherine was going to make more bodies like this one. But no matter. We only need one. We only need me. The madhouse won't be getting in the way any longer.
I don't want to hurt you.
Hurt me all you want. I'm a good friend to pain. But you won't kill me. You can't kill me.
You'd be surprised at the situations we've gotten ourselves out of.
I'm shaking in my fucking boots. Let's see what tricks you've got up your sleeve.
Michael stepped over V's shivering, blood-spattered form, the ink blade glinting as it protruded from his right arm. The details of the store came into adrenaline-magnified focus. The sparking light fixture dangling like a rotten tooth hanging by the pulp, the pulverized remains of the gargoyle mason crack claw, the countless glass displays full of drug paraphernalia, the water seeping out from underneath the bathroom door.
You're stalling, Evan.
Michael. Come on. I spent the last half year thinking you were dead. Then learned that you weren't. Then learned that you've apparently gone turncoat for reasons unknown. Forgive me for basking in the reunion before everything turns into a bloodbath.
You were always sentimental, Evan. It's what led you to bring this creature into the madhouse.
This is between us.
So it is.
Before we get to killing each other. Smoke.
You are sentimental. No, I don't think so, Evan. Because I think you might have done something to those cigs. Just in case.
You sound paranoid.
You do well to learn.
Or what? I'd end up like you?
We had some good times, so I'll give you 5 more seconds to come up with a half-assed plan before I tear your ass in half. You better not disappoint me before I kill you. 1. Go on, set up whatever little tricks you need to. Speaking of, 2. 3. Evan, just standing there ain't gonna do much, kiddo. 4.
I hurled myself at Michael, the slab skin tattoo encasing me in a protective layer as I smashed into Michael's hulking form. Blades of glass rained down around us in a withering downpour as I smashed Michael into the wall. His body wept blood. I wept tears of frustration as I hammered my stone fist in his stomach, his face. Michael raised his right arm, the arm with the ink blade, and made to strike. I slammed my fist into his shoulder, crunching his arm at a bizarre angle. Get up. Get up, god damn you. Or I'll keep kicking you in the face until you don't have one. In the low light, I caught the glint of what appeared to be a gem in Michael's forehead, where his third eye would be located. A receptacle. A potential weak point. As I kicked out again, Michael reached up with both hands and grabbed my foot. His arm had fully healed again in the span of seconds. With a jerk, he pulled me off balance and the awkward weight of the slab skin took me to the floor, and we traded places as soon as he got to his feet.
Get to your feet, Evan.
I no sooner did than a million stars burst forth in my head. The shop went spinning around me, the light from the street lamp smearing into streaks as it leaped off of the broken glass.
Hurt, don't. You got all that don't from your nifty tattoo. But a gargoyle's head is a real deal, isn't it? The power of the glimmer is always reduced, funneled through Solomon's tattoos. You'll never taste real power working for the madhouse. Ah! That one sounded like a ring a bit. But there's no bell that's gonna save you.
You're not looking so hot yourself.
I am going to beat you unconscious with this idiot's head. Then you are going to have a very long talk with her.
Her? Whoever she is, she's got her hooks into you, doesn't she? Is she with the 100-handed?
Shut up. I saw this. A million scenarios. A million reunions. In each one, she showed me how you would try to win me back. In each one, you offered words emptier than the mind that produced them. Brace yourself.
V lunged forward, her semi-canine jaws clamping down on Michael's leg. Chips of stone flaked off me, revealing my soft skin underneath. V tore a chunk out of Michael's leg, a welter of gore glistening on her mouth.
Wexler, run! You have to get out of here. Take the gargoyle head. Maybe Solomon can.
Michael was already regenerating, his flesh knitting together. I couldn't beat him. V knew this with a soldier's certainty. Any protest I had died in my throat when I saw the look in her eyes.
God damn it! Stop staring and go!
V, thank you.
Oh, no, you don't.
Michael lashed out at me with the ink blade, narrowly missing a crippling blow against my leg. I braced myself with what remained of the slabskin patch and crashed through the rest of the displays, ignoring the diamond hail of glass licking my bare skin to shreds. I picked Mason Crackclaw's severed head on the way out and ran. God help me, I ran, and didn't look back at the awful sounds, even when I heard the heavy, bone-shattering impact of Michael bringing another display case down on V. They say never look back. Orpheus lost Eurydice. Lot's wife lost her nameless life. So I didn't. I kept running. The Austin night was as black as the smoke filling out of the nearby trash barrel. Several ragged men and women glanced at me as I limped underneath the overpass. And when they saw my wounds, He suddenly lost interest. Gotta keep going. Back is killing me. Mason said nothing, merely narrowed his eyes at me.
Sir!
We're fine. Leave us alone.
You don't look fine to me.
Listen, lady. This isn't what you... I stopped as soon as I saw who I was speaking to. A woman, pale-skinned and pale-haired, sauntered seemingly out of nowhere. She dressed in a reliably nonconformist manner, almost passing for any other choker-wearing e-girl in Austin, except for her ears. It was clear, by the clenched mass of scar tissue on either ear, that they had been docked as if she were a dog.
I take it by that look and those tattoos that you know what I am.
As delighted as I am to run into one of the Fae, I'm kind of in the middle of an existential crisis.
That's why I'm here.
You been following us?
Wasn't hard. Caught wind of the commotion at Unholy Smokes. I asked myself what kind of animal could do that. Then I asked the reflections. You left a lot of shattered glass back there and a lot of blood. It wasn't hard to get the reflections to talk, to show me.
And you decided to come out of the goodness of your heart?
I've seen Mason around a few times at low spirits. A shame that he's just ahead now. Well, he's not really ahead of anyone.
I know what you mean. Judging by the way he's rolling his eyes at you, he does too. You said you've seen him at low spirits? You get off playing those sick nightmare games?
Your breath reeks of cigarettes and decay. Just because you poison yourself instead of others, don't think that makes you better than me.
Great. Near-death experience and a lecture. If I'm really lucky, I'll lay down in bed and get a nice bonus gift of sleep paralysis.
You aren't half as droll as you think you are.
Yeah? Well, my comic relief just sacrificed herself so that I could escape. I'm not in a humorous mood. You said you know Mason?
Seen him around, but I'm helping Vincula. Always good to have someone like him owing you a favor.
I thought the same. Still, I can't say I eagerly sought his help.
Please. I have no intention of being one of his mindless puppets.
You said you'd help? How do you plan on doing that?
With this,
A phone.
I'm assuming yours is destroyed. Else you wouldn't be trudging through Austin at night with the severed head of a gargoyle, yes?
We already had an emergency pickup point. That's where I was headed.
And you think that crumbling head will make it in his condition?
Fine. I'll make the call.
Before you do, I have something else for you.
What is this?
A fucking folder.
Everyone's so goddamn irate today. Maverick condos, blueprints, diagrams. This is great and all, but I'm not seeing... Tell me what I'm looking at.
The psychomancer Maya is making preparations in that tower.
Psychomancer... Maya. I have a receptacle we got out of a carved. Is there something similar controlling Michael? I saw a hint of a glinting, I don't know, gemstone or glass or something in his forehead.
I believe so.
And this marking?
Artificially constructed ley lines. Not as powerful as finding them in situ, but they'll do for her purposes. Here, here, and here. The lines converge.
On the 13th floor. Naturally.
Whatever she has up there requires a lot of magic. Requires a lot of death.
And you were able to get this without anybody noticing?
I see the magic of the Imagia that surrounds us in ways you cannot even imagine. Flows and flows of untapped energy, mostly fouled by the gloom, but there are currents of the glimmer as well. Even hints of other magic not tied to the glimmer or the gloom, although those are the two forces that predominate this realm. And I can see all of it. And when something is directed or channeling that flow, it is as obvious to me as a traffic pileup is to you. Now that I've run my credentials by you, I have something else for you.
A cell phone, a map, and now this. I'm aware of things that come in threes.
You should be.
An arrow?
Null shot. It negates magic.
No need. If you think we need some kind of nullification spell, we have the means.
I coded this with my own blood. My prior life was full of subterfuge, and being able to break spells was pivotal in my line of work. This arrow will dispel any magic without effort. It may provide a key to freeing your friend Michael from Maya's grasp. All you need to do is disrupt the connection between the receptacle housing his consciousness and the body he's commanding. Keep it in this case until the time is right. It will keep you from cutting yourself up and fucking up your imagimancy. And for the record, I don't recommend using the null shot on any of those ley lines.
Just when I thought I might have found a shortcut.
It's a little bit like jamming a fork into a socket. If jamming a fork into a socket could rend your soul from your body and carry you off on a magical current that'll spin you sick for a minor eternity.
I'll take all this, but I don't trust you.
I've gotten along just fine without your trust for quite some time now. If you don't want to watch hundreds of the flock lose their lives in that tower, then you don't have a choice here either. I understand that after your work with Vincula that you aren't eager about going off the lead of yet another, what you call, creep. As if such a vulgar term should even be applied to a noble being such as I. But I don't expect you to trust me, not in that way. Trust that I hate the Hundred-Handed. Trust that I would see whatever operation they're planning burned and razed to the ground. And trust that I have no qualms about handing you the matches and the gasoline.
You expect something, else you wouldn't have met me. Your ears. Did someone from the Hundred-Handed do that to you?
That's not all they did.
I suppose there's not really another lead to go on. If Michael's really in the thrall of this Maya, it stands to reason that he'll take thee to Maverick Condo Tower. We might finally find out why Michael was killed, captured, in the first place, and just what the hell the Hundred-Handed wanted with all those psyches from Redsboro. What do you think? And she's gone. Well, shit. Mason, at least she left us the phone. Time to call for a pickup. We'll see if Solomon can get you patched up. Then, we'll see about all these plans.
The 100-Handed is a Madhouse radio production. Created and written by Tom Trest. Directed by Brooke Pillafont. Sound design by Tom Trest. Theme music by Ian Flores. Featuring the voice of Gage Richter as Evan Wexler, Brooke Pillafont as V, Stephen Cruiser as Michael Washington, Kimberly Gates as Cantha. Want to learn more? You can find us online at 100handed, that's 100handed.com.